Okay, I have a brand new routine for you today that supercharges the kind of thing that we've been able to accomplish with Bessey sequences. Now I want you to see here that I have the kings and queens, but the suits are in a very different order. Here we have clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds for the kings, but for the queens we have heart, club, diamond, spades, okay? So they're completely out of sync. Can I have you tell me how you'd like these stacked? Right on left? Okay, that's just fine. Now I'm going to show you some mixing that you can perform as many times as you like with the spectator sounding in on very important choices, and then you can mix and match these different shuffles as dictated by the spectator. Okay? Now the first one is something called the Klondike shuffle. So this is where you take the top and bottom cards off as one. So you can do one of those shuffles or many of those. Another one you can do freely is just dealing out into 4 piles with random stacking of the rows, top on bottom or bottom on top, and then random stacking of the individual piles. So maybe they'll want bottom on top, okay, and then right on left, okay. So you can do one of those or many of those also. You can do a Monge over, under, over, under, over, under. You can also do a Monge under, over, and do as many of those 2 shuffles as you would like. And another great one that you can do right away and perform it several times if the spectator calls for it is something called the Charlier 1. Okay, so I can add a link in the description below to the Charlier 1. It's a great way to scramble the cards. So once again, you can do one of those or many of those. Now, once the cards are mixed to the satisfaction of the spectator, go ahead and just deal out the cards into 4 piles like this. Okay, kind of line them up best you can. And now to finish, all I'm going to do is take the outer 2, put them on the inner, and the inner 2, put them on the outer. That's all I've done here. Okay, well, given all of the mixing that was done and decided by you that I could not have possibly anticipated the kind of decisions you would make and how you would stack things and the number of times you would want certain shuffles performed, let's just take a look at what we were able to accomplish together. So let's take a look at the first pair. Okay, so King of Diamonds. Oh, very nice. The Queen of Diamonds. Okay. What about here? Queen of Hearts. Okay, that's great. Oh, okay. I think I can see where we're headed with this. Okay, what about this one? Queen of Spades. Yes, indeed. It looks like we may have nailed it, and we did. A perfect matching of the royalty cards by suit. Okay, now I want to emphasize that we were not able to do this kind of thing in the past using the shuffles that I just showed you, working with just standard Bessey sequences. So what we're doing here goes beyond Bessey sequences and allows you to not only separate 2 sets of 4, like kings from queens, which we can easily do, but you can actually match them up by suit or match them up by pairs, whatever pairings you want. Okay, so let me just quickly show you how to set up the cards and what I did to finish, and then you can do this right away with any set of 4 companion pairs that the spectator would like to work with. Okay, so here's an easy way to set up a routine where you have 4 sets of companion cards. Now these could be cards that add to 13 or any kind of relationship between the 2 that would be of interest to the spectator. In fact, the spectator could choose these. Maybe they'll want Ace of Hearts with Ace of Spades, or whatever it might be, and 2 of Diamonds with the 2 of Clubs. Okay, so by value or whatever you'd like to do. So you set up your pairs. These are the ones that we will pair up at the end. And then all you do is you take these outer 2 to the left, switch their order. Same thing over here, switch their order, and then just pick them up. Okay. And of course, now what I did in the routine, I actually had the 2 sets separated, which is fine. So you can have them separated like that. And as you can see, they have that same out of sync ordering relative to suits. Okay, so and you can randomly stack these. Okay, And then you can just do all of the mixing that I did. And then when you're done with the mixing that I showed you, all you do is, if you remember, I just dealt out into 2 rows like this, just like that, okay? And then if you just look at this little diagram, all we need to do, we can do it in a number of different ways, but these 2 are going to be switched with each other. These 2 will be switched with each other. The same thing here, same thing here, okay? So I think what I did was I took these 2, put them on the middle ones, and then the middle 2 on the outer ones, or vice versa. I don't remember which order, but it doesn't matter. And then from there, you're guaranteed to have separated the cards into perfect pairs matched by suit. Okay? And that's after all of the mixing that I showed you, that the spectator can actually completely decide to have done in whatever order, combination, and quantity. Okay, so I will have some links as well as some explanations in the description below talking about this new principle that supercharges Bessey sequences and quasi-Bessey sequences. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.